Hey guys, Ryan here from Caffeine Hosting, and today I'm going to show you how to build an online store all about selling protein powder, different supplements, and different fitness things in general. So whether you have your own protein company, private label protein, or even resell other people's protein, this is going to be perfect for you. So we're going to be building this one with WordPress. So WordPress is a content management system, basically a website builder, and it powers more websites than any other platform in the world. And so what that means for you is there's a bunch of third-party developers making really, really cool software to increase the features and functionality of your website. So we're going to be using WordPress. WordPress itself doesn't actually have e-commerce functionality, so we need to add an extra plugin called WooCommerce. So that's built by WordPress. It basically it's a free plugin, and basically how it works is free plugin, but there's extra paid plugins that you can use to increase its features. And we're going to be using a theme for the WordPress site called Storefront. It's my favorite theme for building WooCommerce websites. It's built by the WooCommerce team to work perfectly, integrate perfectly with WooCommerce itself. So you will need to have a host. So if you head to caffeinehosting.com, click Get Started, and you can go ahead and set up your host. So a host is essentially a server that's connected to the internet, runs 24/7, and makes your website accessible to the internet so people can actually visit it. So if you head through and on the checkout, if you're purchasing a domain name with us, use coupon code TRIAL, and that means you get your first month for only 1 cent when you're on the month-to-month plan, and you're purchasing a domain name with us. And also another thing that I also offer for people who want to create a storefront website, storefront online store, just like the one I'm doing now, is that I also have free one-on-one consulting for anyone who uses our services. So I'll get on a call with you and we'll be able to run through your website, and I'll kind of show you really how to get started and help you get up and running. So that's everything that you'll need to get started. So once you've done all that, you've installed WordPress, there is a bit of a quick start guide down below to show you how to basically purchase domain name, set up your hosting, and install WordPress onto that host. But once you've done all that, this is where we start off. This is a fresh installation of WordPress. Nothing's been changed or adapted, and we are about ready to go. So I'm just going to remove the camera here. So the first thing we need to do, as always, is log into the backend. So we need to add wp-admin. Admin. So this is going to take us to the login page of WordPress. So WordPress itself has the same login page for every website, and it's just wp-admin, and that'll take you here. And then you can use your login credentials that you created when you first installed WordPress. Never use admin as your username. So what a lot of people will try and do is they'll try and hack your website by using some of those common usernames, passwords. So just use something a little bit more complicated. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the permalink structure. So by default, WordPress itself doesn't have the best permalink structure. So permalinks are essentially the bits after the main domain name that bring up separate different pages. So we're going to go ahead and choose post name. It just looks neater, and it's better for the SEO purposes. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a plugin called WooCommerce. So the WooCommerce, as I said before, is going to give us our e-commerce functionality. So it's going to bring it up here. So it's this one here, WooCommerce by Automattic. And it's going to install now. So WooCommerce is owned by the same company that built WordPress. So you just know that it's all going to work perfectly and integrate so easily and seamlessly. And it's probably the most popular e-commerce plugin. And yeah, it is actually the most popular e-commerce plugin for WordPress. So we're going to go ahead and activate, and it's going to take us through a little bit of a startup wizard. So we're going to get started with that. So yes, first thing we're going to do is put in the address of our business. So it's going to pop up here. So I'm going to just put in 123 Example Street. But of course, you would just put in your own business address into here. City of Brisbane. 4,000, so that's the postcode of Brisbane, and continue. Next thing, we're going to select the industry. So this one, I'm going to go with health and beauty, and click continue. And then we're going to go ahead and use physical products for this one. And I'm going to have let's go 11 to 100. I think I'm going to have a few more products in this one. Not selling anywhere else. And these are just optional extra plugins that you can have. So stuff like your market on Facebook. So that's going to integrate your Facebook retargeting pixel. So you can target people with Facebook ads depending on certain actions they've taken. So maybe you want to add that targets people based if they've added something to cart but not quite checked out and you want to retarget them. You can integrate your MailChimp list and Google Ads. I'm not going to be doing any of those today, but that's something you're more than welcome to do. Then we can go and it's going to let us easily integrate the storefront theme. So I'm going to click choose. If nothing happens to begin with, don't click it again because you can easily break your site like that. So just click it the once and let it run. And then you can integrate Jetpack. I don't use Jetpack. I found that it's always slowed down the website, so I tend to ignore it. All right, so now we've installed WordPress, WooCommerce. The next thing I'm going to do is set up the shipping. So if you go through here, it's going to have a very basic shipping rules. I like to integrate a little bit more complicated rules. So I'm going to go here. Let's say, so you can also limit where you're going to sell your products to. So I'm just going to be in Australia, but you can do things worldwide if you like. And you can also ship worldwide if you like. I'm just going to go. Perfect. And just limit currency. Australian dollar. Perfect. That should be all good. And then just go into the shipping tab. So shipping itself can be quite limiting when it comes to WordPress. So the free version of WordPress is fairly restrictive. The idea is that they provide you a lot of things for free, and then there's also a bunch of extra paid add-ons you can do. So I'm just going to go and add some shipping classes. So weight-based shipping doesn't come as standard with WooCommerce. So what we can do is we can create rules that mimic 90% of what you would get from weight-based shipping. So I'm going to go ahead and add some shipping classes. So I use shipping classes as weight. So let's say I want to have a 500 gram bag of protein. I want to have a 1 kilogram bag. And I want to have one for shirts. And equipment. Save shipping classes. Perfect. So these are going to act as my weight. So for different products that require different prices. So now we're going to go to shipping zones. So I'm going to have 2 shipping zones. I'm going to charge the same shipping rate as I would for everybody. So everybody pays the same amount. But I want to offer local pickup to people who want to pick up in Brisbane. So I'm going to go to add shipping zones. If you didn't want to offer local pickup and you were just offering one shipping rate for everyone, you just need to set one shipping zone up for everybody. But I want to offer local pickup to people in Brisbane. So I'm going to call this one Brisbane. I'm going to call this the zone region. It's going to be Queensland. And then, so I've set it to the state of Queensland, but then I want to restrict it even further because people could order in Cairns, and I don't want to offer them local pickup because it's a 7 or 8 hour drive, and it doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to limit it to people of Brisbane. So you're going to put the postcode range. So when people put this postcode in at checkout, they're going to be offered this shipping rule. So the first postcode, 3 dots, and then the last postcode of that city limit. So 185. So I believe this is the Brisbane city limits. Double check with who provides your shipping, as they might have different rules as to what quantifies as same city shipping. And now I'm going to start adding some shipping methods. But of course, because this one is more related to local pickup. If you have customers who maybe live a little bit further outside the city who do want to come pick it up, you can also extend that to really as far as you want and to other local cities as well. So I'm just going to offer 2 flat rates because I want to offer a standard and express shipping. 2 flat rates and a local pickup. You can also offer things like free shipping. So I'm just going to put this in. I'm not going to do it for this. Actually, I will. I'll put it in here as well. So I'm going to edit this. So anytime someone spends, so this is how you can let it so people can qualify for free shipping. So when you spend a minimum amount of, let's say, $100. So anytime someone spends $100, they qualify for free shipping. All right, flat rate. I'm going to call this standard shipping. And within Brisbane, standard shipping is going to take 2 to 5 days. All right, so now we can create some shipping rules. So the way that normally shipping works is that if someone ordered 2 1 kilo bags, it wouldn't cost double the shipping amount. It only cost a little bit extra. So we can create rules that add a little extra onto the amount. So I want to charge, let's say I'm going to charge $5 for each 1 kilo bag. So $5 for a kilo bag, but then an additional $3 for each additional bag they add to my cart. So I'm going to go 2 plus brackets 3 times square bracket QTY, close square bracket. So how this formula works, it's 3 times the amount of 1 kilo protein bags in the shopping cart plus 2. So if it's 1, it is 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5. So for each additional bag, it's going to add $3. Is that what I said? I think that's what I said. So 3 times 2, if I had 2 bags, is 6 plus 2 equals 8. So each additional bag we add to the shopping cart increases by $3 because it's not going to cost me twice as much. I'm just going to copy this for speed. So for the 500 grams, I want to charge $3 and then $2. So I'm going to go 2 and 1. So it's going to charge me $3 for my first bag and then an additional $2 for each bag afterwards. And I'm going to charge that same shipping rate. Let's go. Just for example, but you can really get in detail as to what you're charging for each one. Perfect. And then I'm going to charge based off of the most expensive shipping. So you can either choose each one. So if they had a kilo bag and a 1 kilo bag and a 500 gram bag, it would be 5 plus 3. But if you have each shipping item, most expensive one, it'd be the $5 rather than it wouldn't factor in the 500 gram. Perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and change express shipping 1 to 2 days. Perfect. I'm just going to add all these in and adjust them as I go. So for express shipping, I want to charge, let's say, $7 plus 3. So I'm going to go 4 and 3. So the one inside the bracket is going to be how much it increases by. Let's go with 4 and 2 for an express shipping. So it's going to cost $1 more for within the same city. Perfect. All right. So we have set up the Brisbane one. So I'm going to go back to the shipping zones. Perfect. And I want to pull this open in a separate page so I can copy them over for the rest of Australia. All right. Australia. Perfect. And we're not going to limit it. Flat rate, and free shipping. So the free shipping is going to be free shipping when you spend a minimum amount of 100. Perfect. All right. So let's start off with the standard. So Australia takes a little bit longer on standard shipping. So we're going to go standard shipping. These are just examples. Of course, you would have to figure this out for your own business. I'm just kind of giving you an example off of this. So that's 2 to 5 days. Let's say 4 to 9 days for standard shipping within Australia. What do we got? Copy, paste. paste, 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 expensive, save changes. And edit this one, go to Express, perfect. Express shipping, 2 to 3 days, because it's Australia, it takes a little bit longer. Copy, paste, copy, paste. I know this can be confusing, which is why one of the things I offer is free consultations for anyone who uses our Caffeine hosting service. So if you just hit sign up through it, and I'll send you an email just getting into contact with you on how to set all that up. Perfect. So we have set up the same shipping rules. So we're having the same shipping prices for both Brisbane and Australia, but all we've adjusted is the amount of time that it takes for both Brisbane and Australia, because we're shipping from Brisbane, it's faster. So I've changed the shipping time and offered local pickup to people within the Brisbane city limits. Perfect. So we have set all that up. Next thing I am going to do is I'm going to start, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to start adding some products. So we're going to go product. So how I'm going to do this one, I'm going to do a couple of different product types. I thought I'd just try and be a little bit trickier just to kind of show what you can do with WooCommerce. So we're going to go product image, and I'm going to upload to see what I have. Okay. Let's do a protein powder first. I'm going to call this one, so what this one's called, Huel, apparently. Huel protein. I'm going to get some sales copies. So this is just some filler text that I'm using just to kind of give you an understanding of how the final product will look. So here's some super convincing sales copy, of course, that you would add in. Go Huel, 500 gram bag. Simple product. I'm going to charge $20. And we can go through, we can even manage the inventory level. So let's say we sell this protein. We've got 40 in our warehouse or 40 in our business. But let's say I sell let's say 10 a week, but it takes a week to arrive. We can set it so I get a notification at 11. So I know when I get 11, I'm going to get email, so I can know I need to reorder some more. Let's add a category, protein, add a new category. Perfect. Shipping. So this is where we can assign it the shipping classes. So if you don't see anything here, that's because you wouldn't have created shipping classes when we did it before in the shipping tab in WooCommerce. So this is where we can assign it the shipping class, and then then it can determine what shipping rules to give it. And then publish. Actually, one thing I need to double check. Sorry for bouncing back. Let's go back to settings. One of the troubleshooting issues that you can have with WooCommerce is with shipping is you can set all these rules up, but if you haven't ordered them correctly before... Okay, now this is ordered correctly. One of the issues you can have is, let's say Australia is on top. How I think WooCommerce works is that it will go sequentially down the list of shipping zones and it will just automatically assign the shipping zone to your customer, the first one that they meet the criteria of. So everybody's going to meet the shipping zone of Australia. So even if someone puts in the Brisbane postcode, because they qualify, the first one on the list is Australia, and because they qualify for that one first, they're going to be assigned these rules, and they're not going to be offered local pickup. But if we go here, they're going to go, WooCommerce is going to go, are they within Brisbane? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, give them these rules. No. Next down on the list, are they in Australia? Yes. Okay, give them this shipping rate. So that's something just to keep in mind of. So make sure that the smallest area is on top. Perfect. So we have updated that. That should be all sorted. Perfect. All right. Now let's add a new product. Huel, 1 kilogram. Super convincing sales copy. I'm going to charge this at $30. But of course, you just change that to whatever your pricing is. I'm going to have 40 of these, and I want a notification at 13. Perfect. Assign. Shipping. 1 kilo. Protein. Assign it the make sure you assign it the category. Publish. Add new. All right, I'm just going to crank out some of these protein ones. Product image. Upload. All right, next one. We'll just have a couple in there. Let's say this one. I don't know what this is called. Life. So I've just gone and gotten royalty-free images for my example site, but of course you just replace these and all the sales copy with your own text and images. Perfect. I'm going to charge 22, but it's going to be on special for 20. For this one, I'm not going to bother with the inventory management now. That you kind of get the idea. Shipping class, protein, publish. Perfect. And let's add one more 1 kilo protein of the life, 1 kilogram. Super convincing sales copy. Let's charge 40 for this. Well, I'm going to have it on special for 37. Shipping, 1 kilo, product image, and protein. Okay, so you've got some protein in there. Now I'm going to add some t-shirts. Now the thing with t-shirts is that you generally will have different sizes as a drop down. So for that, we need to create what's called a variable product. So a variable product gives you the option for drop downs. So I'm just going to upload one first. Upload. Let's go with the gray one because we've got multiple options. So you can even create 2 sets of variables. I like to keep it simple and just have the one, but that's up to you. Gray shirt. Super convincing sales copy. Let's go shirt. Whoopsie daisy. Shirt. Add. I'm going to charge $30 for this. Shipping class, shirts, and small sales copy. Perfect. Actually, sorry, I need to go down to variable product. Forgot to do that. All right. So what we need to do is simple products is just one basic product. We need to go to variable product. So for this, we need to go to attributes and then create custom product attributes, add. Now give it a title. So I'm going to go with size. Make sure you tick the box used for variation. Now here you can create the small line and then medium and another line large. So that you just add all the sizes separated by the line icon and save attributes. Perfect. Now we can pull those attributes into variations. So we go into variations, create variations for all attributes. And go. And that's going to pull those attributes across. Perfect. All right, so we can go with a default size. So I'm going to go with the default size of medium. So on the actual product page, you can choose which is going to be the default product. So small. You can choose different product if you have. So let's say you wanted to go with a different picture for the small. You can choose a different picture. I'm going to price this at $30. Let's go with shirts. Perfect. And you can have managed stock. So you can say how many you have in stock quantity of 10. 10. Perfect. Managed stock. 30. I have 4 of these. Shirts. Managed stock. I have 15 larges. 30. You can even charge different prices for different variations as well. And save changes. And another thing you can do is you can create a gallery. So you can have multiple images on here as well. So I'm going to add another image. Let's add the other gray shirt. Let's add to gallery, publish, and we'll just give this a view so you can see how it looks. And we'll view the product. Here we are. So we've got our little gallery going. So we've got different images. You can zoom in. We've got our sales copy, and we can also choose the size. So it tells us how many we have in stock. This is dynamic as well. So this will change as people purchase. So as people buy, the size will change. There we are. And you can add that to stock. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to create a grouped product. So I'm going to do one for resistant bands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 3 different simple products, hide them, and then pull them over as a grouped product. Now, what that kind of does is it kind of creates one product where you can add those to the cart. So it's hard to explain, so I'll just kind of show you as I go. So I'm going to go band. So go actually easy band. Go edit, public visibility, private. Okay, oh no, sorry, no, I want public, sorry, hidden. That's the one, hidden. Okay. Equipment. Add new category. Sales copy doesn't really matter. What does matter is the price. So I'm going to go with $30. You can add a product image if you want. It's only this product image for this specific one will only be viewed at checkout, so it's good to have just because it looks nicer. Open. Set product. Shipping. Equipment. Inventory. Let's say I have 10 of these. Perfect. Equipment and publish. And I'm just going to create a couple more of these. Add new. Medium band. Equipment. Price. What was it? 30? I think it was. Inventory. See, let's go in stock. Shipping. Equipment. And publish. And one more. We'll just create one more hard band. Oh, wait, I need to make sure this is hidden. That's a big thing. You can have these visible on your websites, but I think one of the really cool things about group products is to hide the simple products and have them only visible through the group products themselves. But that's completely up to you. But I'll show you what the final product looks like in a second. Hard band, equipment, 30. Shipping, equipment, all right. So I've created these, edit, hidden, okay, publish. All right, so I've created 3 products that I've hidden. So what I'm going to do now is going to go to new product, add new product, and create this as a new grouped product. So resistance bands, super convincing sales copy, and the product data we're going to go with grouped products. Now we're going to pull the different products in and across. So I'm going to go linked products, and we're going to go with bands, easy band, medium band, and the hard band. Perfect. Inventory, and it's all sorted. All right, add a product image. This one. Equipment. And this one is visible. Great. So now when I view this product, what you'll see is a bit of so you have the option to add all of these products to cart. So the product itself is not a the group product itself is not an actual product, it's a collection of products. So you can go through and see the resistance bands, and it kind of gives, now you got the option to add the easy one, the medium one, and the hard one, all from the same one. And the reason why I like to hide these is because I want people to view this from this group product, so then you can upsell them multiple products in one. If you could enable the stock management, you can see these as well. I didn't do that on the hard, the medium, and the hard, just for time. But yeah, that's a really cool thing you can do. That I really like as well. What you can also do is, let's say, you can also go back to the products. You can also limit these to one unit, so it makes it as a checkbox, which is also really cool. Products, all products. Let's go with, just do it with the easy band, just so you can see how it looks. And inventory. Enable this to be bought one at a time. Update. And just refresh this, and that'll change it so it's not an actual quantity, but you can checkbox. So people can just go, I want the easy band, the medium band, and the hard band, add to cart, easy done. And that's great if you're maybe like a personal trainer, or even if you have a workout routine, and then you can sell these resistance bands from your website. Perfect. So now if we go to the shop, where are we? Shop. We now have all our products in the store. We've got everything ready to go. Now what we're going to do is create the home page. So I'm going to go new page. And I'm going to call this the home page. So this is where we can create our pages. Let's call home. Actually, wait a sec. Go page attributes, full width, and publish. Perfect. Now, just creating a page and calling it the home page doesn't instantaneously make it the home page. We actually need to tell WordPress that the home page needs to be assigned the role of the home page. So I'm going to go to the main page, go customize, and it's going to bring out this sidebar here. Home page settings, a static page, and we're going to assign it the role of the home page and click publish. Perfect. So we have a home page, it's blank, and it's ready for us to start customizing it. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to add a nice cover image. So I'm going to search for the cover image block. And I'm going to go media library, upload file, and I'm going to upload a nice big cover image. I'm going to use this one here. Open and select. Let's change this, because now this will only be a narrow image. I'm going to make this full width, and we can start putting in some content. So I'm going to add a header. Call this Ryan's. Let's change this to white so we can see it. Perfect. Ryan's protein. I want to center this. The best protein on the internet. Center that too. That's our bit of a about us stuff. It's going to go to, let's add in a button, nice little call to action button. Shop now. Let's link that. Shop. Perfect. So we've kind of got a bit of a site coming together. It's all looking pretty good. Now all I want to do is center this. There. Perfect. Align center. And update. And if I go and refresh this. So this is our homepage. So we're starting to come together. Got a nice banner image. What I want to do though is I'm going to make this give this a parallax effect. So I'm going to go click the background image itself and go fix background. That's going to give us that nice cool scrolling effect. And I'm going to increase the spacing, just make it a little bit bigger. So let's add in a block above our content, and just add a spacer block. Let's make this 170 pixels, add another one below it, pad it out a little bit. Spacer, 170. Update. And refresh. Let's have a look at how this is looking. Perfect. So we've got a nice big hero image. We've got our content behind it. Now we can start adding in some products below. So the tricky thing here is going to be the moving between shortcodes and widgets. So by default, there's going to be a bunch of widgets already pre-installed in the block editor. So these are all the WooCommerce WooCommerce widgets that you can use. But there are also a bunch of shortcodes available to you as well. So if you go and search WooCommerce shortcodes, there's a blog post that they've created where they've got a bunch of ones available to you. I'm just going to kind of use a couple of them that I like. So I'm going to go, let's create a heading. Categories. Let's center this. And I'm going to add a product categories shortcode. So square bracket product categories. Oh, I want underscore product underscore categories is the shortcode. And then I have 3 columns. The thing with this is just go and check that blog post out. It's by WooCommerce, so WooCommerce shortcodes, and it's got a whole entire blog post that teaches you how to do all this. And then update and refresh. So the thing you'll notice is that it'll bring in those product categories, but there won't be any category images. So we can easily change that. So I'm going to go to the dashboard. Get rid of some of this. And let's go to products, categories. And I'm just going to open up these. And we're going to assign these product categories images. So I'm going to go upload. Wait, what was this one? This one was shirts. Upload. Let's go with this one. Update. This is equipment. Upload. Let's go with that one. Update. And this one, we're going to go with, what do we have? That one will be good. Perfect. And update. Now, if we head back to the website, we've got some nice category images. So if you click on these, that's going to take you to the different product categories. So they got the shirts and everything like that. Perfect. So now we can start adding in some other products. I'm going to add, let's put in a header, sale, have the different sale products. Let's center that. WooCommerce widgets, on sale products. How many do we have? We've got, by the looks, 2 of it. So I want to put 2 columns because I only got 2 products. Perfect. Let's go with heading. We can have one for our protein. So I want to center that. Let's go with products by category. Protein. Done. That's going to import the product and the protein. So I want to go, I've got 4 of them, I believe. Perfect. Update. All right. So now if we go back to the website, it's really starting to come together. We've got a really cool professional looking hero image. We've got the product categories so people can find it, see what different sales we have, and they can also have a look at the protein that we have on offer there as well. Now I'm going to take on the header. So what you can do is go to customize, and that's going to bring out the side drop down bar and site identity. Let's start here. So you can give your store a name. So I'm going to call this one Ryan's Protein. Best protein on the internet. And if you can assign the logo. So if you assign the logo, it's going to replace this text. So the logo will go here. There'll be no more text. You can also set a site icon, which is going to be in the corner here. That's where the icon will be. And then we can go to the header. So we can set this, we can change this color here. So if you want to change the background color to maybe like a dark red, something, I don't know, aggressive, you can change that to white. Perfect. Something a little bit more, should change that a little bit darker maybe. Take up a little bit more of the color, mute it a little bit more, a little less. Perfect. We can go and change the footer as well. You can add the background. So maybe the background I want it to be a little bit, take a little bit of that little white off there, just go a little bit more gray. You can change the color of the text here as well. I'm just going to keep that dark. The buttons, the layout, so that's going to be the sidebar, whether you want the sidebar to be on the left or the right. And we're going to go to menus. So you have three options for the menus. You've got primary, which is going to be here, secondary, which is the left of the search bar, and handheld. So my recommendations are you can have the home, the shop, and maybe a blog page if you have here. You can even have the My Accounts. The My Accounts I'd either have here or in the secondary. If you have the My Accounts in the primary, you could have your social media links as a custom link here. Or if you don't want to have that, you can just have your home, shop. You can have a drop down with a shop to all the different product categories and the My Accounts here. I'm going to go with that one. Add a new logo, a new menu. It doesn't really matter what you call the menu. It's just really for your own reference. All right, add some items. So I'm going to go home, shop. Yeah, we'll just have home and shop. You can even have a contact page, so you can have a link to a contact page there. Protein, equipment, shirt. All right, so I want to create this as a drop down. So I'm going to stagger this slightly to the right of the shop. And that's going to create it as a little drop down. Perfect. Let's go with create a new menu. It's called the secondary menu. And I'm going to add my account button. Pages, my account. And back, create another menu. Call this handheld menu. Add items. So for the handheld menu, what I recommend is consolidating the two menus. So you're not going to see the primary or the secondary on the mobile. So what I would do is consolidate all of them together. So I'm going to put that all into my handheld menu. Just put my account below. Perfect. And publish. Alrighty. Let's go. You can adjust the widgets. So the widgets are always going to be very blogging specific. So if I go to the shop page, so WordPress was originally built as a blogging platform. So all the widgets are going to be blogging specific. So I'm going to get rid of these and add in some more e-commerce specific widgets that are more applicable to our business. Let's get rid of all of these. Add a widget. All right. So if I scroll down, I should be able to find some filter products by, let's go by price. Nice little way that we can adjust the pricing. We can go let's go product categories. I want to hide the empty product categories. Perfect. And you can play around with this as well, and make something that's really customized. Perfect. Publish and exit. Next thing I like to do is adjust some of the page templates that come with a website. So with Storefront, you get 3 page templates. So I'm going to go into the home. I'll just edit the page and show you these. So if you go to page attribute, there are 3 templates available. You got full width, homepage, and default. Full width and default are pretty much the same, except for the default has a sidebar, whereas full width, the content will stretch across the width of the page, and there's no sidebar. Homepage is a bit unique. I do have a video where I talk about the storefront and in regards to the homepage. I would go and look at that. Essentially, it's a homepage template that they've created. It's not very customizable. It's really good if you have to make a store in a flash and you don't have time to really sit down and do all this, and you want to slap it up together in 30 minutes and come back to it later and maybe not have any experience. That can be helpful, but honestly, it doesn't take much to put this together and to have a really professional looking website. So what I recommend is going through, and what we're going to do is change some of the pages that comes with WooCommerce, so it's a little bit more user friendly. So I'm going to add the cart, checkout, and then my account. I might not actually see the cart will often redirect you. So I'm going to go just add a product in so I can see the checkout page. Let's go add to cart, checkout. All right. So as you can see here with the My Account, the shopping cart, and the checkout, you've got the sidebar. For me personally, I think this looks a little unprofessional. I think it's better just to have this as a full width. I think it just doesn't really make sense to have it like this. So what you can do is just go edit pages, and we're going to edit all these. And we're going to change them all from default template to full width, because when someone's going through the checkout experience, and I want them to be focused on the checkout and not distracted by the sidebar. So I'm going to go update, and update. Perfect. All right, so now when we take a look at the website, this takes up the full width. It makes a lot more sense. It's a lot more user friendly, and you're not distracted by the sidebar. Perfect. Next thing we really need to do is configure the payment gateways. So one of the big things that you'll need is a payment gateway. The most popular one is going to be PayPal. Honestly, I think there are better ones out there. But PayPal is probably the easiest to get started with. So it's a good one to get going with, and then you can have a look at something else that might fill your needs down the line. So we're going to WooCommerce settings, payments, and we can set up the PayPal gateway. So we're going to go set up. Really, really simple. To start accepting payments, all you need to have is your PayPal email. So once you've enabled PayPal, once you've got it all set up, once you put your PayPal email in here, that's all you need. But if you want to be able to process refunds from within your actual website, you'll need your live API details. So if someone wants a refund from your store, the way that you're going to process a refund without the API details is by logging into your PayPal account and processing it from there. What I would recommend is having your live API details, and then you can look at their order from inside and click the refund button, and it'll all do it automatically from there. To get started with, this is fine. If you don't have it, that's fine. But honestly, when you start scaling, it's something that is just going to save you a lot of time and effort. All right. So I think we've pretty much done it. We've pretty much covered everything. We've got a professional looking storefront store. We can start accepting payments with it, and everything is looking just about ready to go. So I'm going to bring myself back in here. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you need help setting up a storefront website just like the one we've done there, if you just go in and set up your hosting through Caffeine Hosting, and you qualify for a free one-on-one consultation with me where we're going to go through the entire store and do basically what I just did there. for you. So go ahead to caffeinehosting.com. Use coupon code TRIAL at checkout to get your first month for only 1 cent when you purchase your domain name and on the month-to-month plan. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have a product that you'd like to see me build an entire store around, make sure you comment it down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time.